Anna, and I am coming to you tonight from my home office in Woodstock, Georgia. I just want to first tell you a little bit about me in case you don't know who I am or what my past life was. First of all, I'm a mom. I have a 6-year-old little boy and a 4-year-old little girl, and I am a wife. I've been married for 20 years to the same guy, and it's a miracle these days, I know. I am a registered nurse. My past most of my career was as an emergency room nurse. I did that until I had children. And then after I had kids, I switched over from being an ER nurse, and I got a job, dream job in my opinion, working from home as a telephone advice nurse for an insurance company. So all that was to say that I had a pretty great life, and I still do, and I was not looking for another job, and lo and behold, it plopped in my lap, and I have embraced it. So I want to talk to you a little bit about my newest job, which is as a Plexus ambassador, and then just tell you how this came to be, since I was not looking for or needing another job in my life. What happened? This all began for me. Well, actually, I began the products in June of last year, June of 2017. So it's been about 10 months that I've been on the products. And let me tell you guys, life changing for me. I know that several of you have seen my posts about this, but I thought I'm going to make a little video so everybody understands how this all came about. But I had been approached by a friend about these products for months and months and months, and just been like, nah, I don't want to try that. I did not buy into the whole idea of the gut health connection to problems that I had and others had. I just thought it was crazy to think that everything was related to your gut, and how could that possibly solve it all when it was just like we were talking about skin or sleep or something like that. But I'm going to tell you guys, I was wrong. I admit it when I'm wrong, and this was one area I was wrong. What finally got me to try the products is that my friend Rebecca had been reaching out to me, and she finally posted something that caught my attention and made me take another look. And that was about a little boy. She posted a testimony about a little boy who had very bad eczema and hives. And this caught my attention because I had very bad eczema and hives. For years, I had needed antihistamines daily, and I had also needed all kinds of creams and combinations of creams, of steroids and anti-itch creams and things like that. So I was constantly treating my eczema, and ever since I had my daughter, so almost 5 years ago, I had developed daily hives. My doctors could not figure out or understand why I had these, and so basically I was just slapping Band-Aids on it day after day, treating with an antihistamine to keep the symptoms from showing up. But I had it. And so I was like, hey, if this could work, let me take a look at it. So I am, thankfully, a researcher, and maybe that comes from being a nurse naturally, but I decided to really research these products. So I took a few months, actually, and really researched every single ingredient in each of these products and the company itself very thoroughly, and I came to the conclusion that absolutely everything, every ingredient in these products was good for me and actually great for me. And I thought, why not try it? My friend Rebecca kept telling me, remember, there's a 60-day money-back guarantee, so if you're not totally happy, you call the company and they give you your money back. So after deciding that everything in the products was good for me, I thought, why not give it a try? Am I just stupid? I should try. So I went ahead and ordered the products. Now, I'm not going to be dishonest with you guys. I actually had some pretty negative detox response to the products. I felt they were things like bloating, fatigue, very bad fatigue, headaches, joint pain. My eczema flared up, my insomnia flared up, anxiety surges happened. So I was not feeling great. Thankfully, I pushed through that because I had read about the detox reaction, and I realized that when you have those symptoms, it's not due to a failure of the product or that you're having a bad response to the product. What's actually happening is it's working. It's proving that it's working because it's breaking down the candida and the toxins in your gut, and when that happens for the first time, you actually become more toxic for a little while that's all broken down until your body can get rid of it. And so that's what happens. And as soon as I got through all that, and I did that through plenty of water and through taking one of the products of the Triplexus called BioCleanse, which is a magnesium-based product that also has sodium bicarbonate in it, so it's kind of like scrubbing bubbles in your gut. But it's a very gentle cleanse that helps get out all the toxins and breakdown of candida, which is the bad yeast overgrowth in the gut. quickly so that it won't stay inside of you and cause all this prolonged bad toxic symptoms of detox. However, it is worth it to stick it through. So I did during that period of time. I certainly wasn't telling anybody about how wonderful these products were. But after I had gone through the detox period, it's been wonderful. My eczema is gone. My hives are gone. I am off all antihistamines. I am off all the steroid creams. I am off every medication. It's amazing. As a side benefit, not something I even went into it to get or gain, insomnia. I never would have dreamed that this would be related to gut health or that it could be solved by fixing gut health. But I was wrong again. And I had terrible insomnia, y'all. For 15 years, every single night, without fail, I had to take Ambien. Ambien is a terrible drug. It's been linked to much higher doses of, or much higher incidences of cancer and a lot of other crazy side effects. But I needed it, and I had to have it to sleep. So every single night, I took Ambien to go to sleep, and most nights I would actually wake up during the middle of the night and take little tidbits and put them under my tongue just to try to go back to sleep for a little while longer. Well, after about 6 weeks of being on the triplex, which is the pink drink, the BioCleanse, and the ProBio, I no longer needed it. I would lay down and I would be asleep within a minute. Within 2 minutes, I could not believe it. This is a miracle, y'all. This is absolutely huge. For anyone who has suffered from insomnia, you know how awful it is to not be able to go to sleep. Well, as you can see, I don't know if you can see on here, but the last date this was filled was June the 20th of 2017, and you can see I've still got some in there. I don't need it anymore. So it solved my insomnia. Who would have thought that? I wouldn't have thought that. Why? I don't know, because melatonin is what everybody's heard of taking melatonin to help you sleep, but melatonin is naturally produced in our body to help us to sleep. And you think melatonin, well, probably produced in my brain, and it is, but 400.
No, I'm gonna have to go back. Somebody just interrupted.
What is to not be able to go to sleep? Well, as you can see, I don't know if you can see on here, but the last date this was filled was June the 20th of 2017, and you can see I've still got some in there. I don't need it anymore. So it solved my insomnia. Who would have thought that? I wouldn't have thought that. Why? I don't know, because melatonin is what everybody's heard of taking melatonin to help you sleep, but melatonin is naturally produced in our body to help us to sleep. And you think melatonin, well, probably produced in my brain, and it is, but 400 times that amount of our melatonin is produced in our gut. So when everything gets out of whack in our gut and our candida and our toxins level becomes higher than our good microbes that are in our gut, we become out of balance, and it messes up our body's production and ability to use our hormones, our melatonin, our serotonin, which is necessary for mood stabilization. So if anybody's suffering from anxiety or depression, this can help. So amazing, right? So it's amazing to me. This is just like Hippocrates stated so long ago, all disease begins in the gut. How we got away from that, I don't know. But in the same way that all disease begins in the gut, we can turn it around and all health can begin in the gut by balancing this microbiome that is our gut. So I'm going to talk a tiny bit about the products. Anyway, what I found was all my skin problems resolved. My inflammation really resolved. I had a whole lot of puffiness in my face. I have like before and after pictures, which I wish I could show you right now. But I had so much puffiness in my face that just resolved. I realized after I'd been on it for just a few months that my face just looked so much less puffy and so much better, and my skin overall looked better. I realized that skin problems are just the body's way of expressing its toxicity inside. This is amazing to me to realize this, but it's absolutely true. So my skin problems resolved. I also, I talked about the inflammation going away. I lost a total of 16 inches, y'all, 8 of which were right here in my waist. 8 inches from there, and 10 pounds. All of that happened within the first 6 months of being on the products. All day energy. Don't need naps anymore. Don't even want naps anymore. I still have energy to go work out at night, even after I've been up with the kids all day. I feel fine. I feel great, actually. I feel revitalized. So I have energy all day long, sustained energy, non-jittery energy. This comes from the pink drink, the pink drink. All natural, plant-based, no stimulants, nothing bad in this for you. It's pink because of beets, not to tell your kids, but pink because of beets, and it's still yummy. It's kind of a combination of watermelon, lemon, and raspberry flavoring, and it's sweetened with organic stevia, which is not an artificial sweetener. It's good for your body. That's that. The last product of the triplex, I already talked about the BioCleanse and the paint drink. The last product is ProBio. This is the one that fixed things, in my opinion, and absolutely is my favorite product. This has 5 strains of very high quality probiotics to help to restore the balance and get rid of the bad microbes in our gut. But the thing that makes this different from other probiotics, and I was on very high quality and very expensive probiotics before and had never had results. The difference, I think, is that this also includes in each capsule the enzymes that are necessary to break down the hard shell, which is called the chitin shell, which is on the yeast overgrowth. Yeast is actually lined up in layers like cockroaches in our shell, in our gut, excuse me. The candida, which is the bad yeast shell, is actually made of the same exoskeleton as cockroaches have. It's called the chitin shell. And this little guy right here has the enzymes in it that are necessary to actually break down the hard shell, probably for the first time in your life. And these probiotics can then kill that bad candida overgrowth. And there's also an antifungal in this called grapeseed, which has been proven in many studies to be great. Awesome little product right here. So this is what gets rid of all the bad stuff, kills it. The BioCleanse helps move it on out. And then the paint drink comes in with its prebiotics and reseeds and feeds the good microbes. And it has an anti-inflammatory. This helps to support weight loss with its chromium. It does rev our metabolism up, but not with caffeine or anything jittery. So you can I've actually taken this at nighttime and still fallen asleep. I love these products so much. I never, ever, ever would have dreamed that I would have been the person selling them. Like I said, I was not looking for this job. But as I took them and realized how much they were changing my life and my health in a natural way, and how I was getting off all these medications and getting rid of all these problems, I thought, this is a miracle in my mouth. I have got to tell people about it. This is the truth. I started telling my friends about it. I started telling my family. So I put all my family on it myself. And I was like, you guys, this is amazing. This is what our gut needs, and this will help so many things. It helps to rebalance hormones, like thyroid and things like that even can be rebalanced. And your body can start to work it. Oh, I forgot one major thing about this. It balances your blood sugar. This was actually produced and made as something to help regulate blood sugar for diabetics. But it also helps regulate our blood sugar, whether or not we're diabetic or not. That helps with weight loss, and it helps with sleep, and it helps with a lot of other hormone rebalancing. So anyway, I started to realize that I had this miracle in my mouth that had worked so amazing for me and some of my friends, and started posting it on Facebook, and voila, here I am with this business. And I'm so happy with this business. I really am. This is like something I didn't look for, but it fell in my lap, and I'm embracing it and I feel like this is my mission. I'm all about the gut. I'm all about the gut. You guys have an awesome day. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to share these products with you too if you haven't already started on them with me. I have a bunch of people who have, and lots of success stories. But if you have not started on them and you have any questions at all, or you want to try them, including that 60-day money-back guarantee, reach out to me. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for listening.